What's happening, Facebook? This ain't Facebook. Oh, getting my social media networks confused here. This is YouTube, not Facebook. That's funny. Anyway, what's going on, YouTubers? Just waking up this morning on my way to work, getting ready to do the dang thing. Got a long day today, probably 8 to 8. Got a lot of presentations and stuff to do, so it's pretty good. Hey, I want to talk about WWE wrestling. Y'all, I'm a big WWE fan. I mean, as you can probably tell, I like pretty much all types of hand-to-hand combat type stuff. You know, pugilism, wrestling, mixed martial arts, taekwondo, karate, boxing. You know, I just enjoy all that stuff. I don't like boxing as much as I used to because it pretty much sucks right now. I couldn't even tell you who the heavyweight champion in the world is in boxing. I mean, honestly, who is the heavyweight champion of the world in boxing? I have no clue. Now, maybe you know, maybe you can tell me, because I sure don't know. And really, I don't even care, because, you know, it's like Don King screwed up boxing so bad that it's not funny. I mean, he came in there and started buying guys and buying title shots, and, you know, and when you got a guy that can't fight, who couldn't fight his way out of a paper bag, you know, getting a title shot, and he gets pounded in the first round, the first, like, 20 seconds. You know, he had guys facing Tyson. There were guys facing Mike Tyson who were getting knocked out in like the first 60 seconds. You know, I got asthma, right? If I'm having an asthma attack and I go get my fast acting inhaler, my rescue inhaler, that fight was over quicker than my asthma medicine would kick in. I take a puff and the dang fight is done. So, you know, I can't stand boxing, you know, because of that kind of stuff. But anyway, let me pay this toll. I gotta pay the toll first. You know, this is the toll road I told you I was about. All right, so here we go. So anyway, WWE, right? I was watching last night. Got home early enough to actually watch the show. This is their Monday Night Raw show, which is, you know, pretty interesting. They started doing something different. There used to be the WWE president, you know, his name was Jack Tunney, you know, and he'd come storming down every now and then, and he'd make a declaration and say things that, you know, make decrees that these teams or these wrestlers had to follow. And then they switched and they went to Gorilla Monsoon. Gorilla Monsoon was the president for a long time, and then he died. He had some kind of cancer. So what they started doing is they started having these GMs, these general managers, you know. And on Raw, the general manager was a big deal because that'd be the person that would come in and, you know, he'd force the wrestlers to fight somebody when they didn't want to fight them, and you know, that kind of thing. So for the longest time, the McMahons, you know, fought about the GM-ship. You know, Shane would be the GM on one show and Stephanie would be the GM on the other. And then Linda would come in and she'd be the GM. You know, so they'd do that. And then every now and then they bring somebody in as a GM. They brought in Eric Bischoff, who was the big WWE enemy back in the day in the 90s. And they brought in, for like a really, really short period of time, they brought in the guy from Northwestern, the football player. Hey, I forget his name. Anyway, he didn't do too well. He didn't stay on there long. Mike Adamle, that's it. They brought in Mike Adamle. So, you know, so it just kind of went that way for a while. So they started doing this thing called guest host. So now instead of a GM, every week they have a guest host. And the guest host has all the powers of a GM, all the powers of a president, and they can make, you know, decrees. So now they go outside and they get these movie stars, these actors, rappers, football players, and things like that. They even had Reverend Al Sharpton on there last week as a guest host. So it makes it interesting. It brings another aspect in, and depending on where that guest host is in their career, that'll determine how much goofy stuff they're willing to do in the ring. So like if you're really high profile, you know, you're not going to get on the floor and wrestle with these guys. But if you ain't got nothing to lose, you know, you're going to get in there and mix it up with them, you know. So last night's guest host was Ben Roethlisberger. I may have pronounced it wrong. Ben Roethlisberger from the Steelers. Big Ben. And I got to tell you, man, I knew Ben was a big boy, but I had no idea how big he was until I could see him standing next to those wrestlers. So Ben Roethlisberger is the quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, you know, quarterbacks aren't supposed to be that big, man. The quarterback is supposed to be, you know, 6 foot, maybe 6'2", 6'3", at the most. You know, 200 pounds maybe. You know, this guy is like gotta be 250. I mean, he's a big beast of a quarterback, man. And you hear about it all the time when you're watching the Steelers play, about how people don't like tackling him because he's such a big guy. But really, when you're looking at a football field, you can get scale by looking at a lineman and seeing how big he is compared to those guys, or looking at the linebackers and things like that. But you really can't judge until you see the guy with their pads and their helmet off and all that kind of stuff. Man, this dude was standing next to Triple H. He's bigger than Triple H. Triple H is like 6'6", at least 260, 270 of rip, right? Just muscle. Ben Roethlisberger made him look like a kid. He was standing next to him looking down on him, you know? And it's just amazing that this guy is such a big hulk of a man, you know, and he's playing quarterback, and he's good at it, you know, he's real good at it. So, you know, that's pretty much it. Ben Roethlisberger was the guest host last night, and he brought his offensive line out there to help him out. And he's taller than most of his linemen. So that's funny. So anyway, getting ready to go to work. Got to be careful of what signs and stuff are in the background of my videos, because I got people studying the background of my videos trying to find out where the heck I live and all that kind of stuff. That's insane, man. Yeah. Slow it down! Stop! Pause! Okay, look. Enhance that. What does that sign say? Jackie's Fish Market. No, we didn't find him. No. I'm not Waldo. Stop looking for me. Where's Waldo? You want a sign? Look, there's a sign right there. Look. Exit. Get the heck out. So anyway, y'all take it easy. It's raining today. We got no sun out.